Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Let's Make Secret of Mana. How's it going, Brever? Good to have you here. You are on time because I've decided to push time back just a little bit to see how things work. So, I gotta be honest, today I'm quite intimidated by what I'm going to try to accomplish, but the goal is to basically attach maybe a medium slime with this guy somehow. I assume I'm going to have to do like a writing mechanic or something like that. So yeah, so if I were to, for example, summon a slime, can I do anything specific with them, I wonder? If I do that, it's going to do that guy. Okay. That's basically, I want to use his mechanics because he works more or less like these guys do. But I feel like his hitbox is going to be too big. So we're going to have to figure something out. And these guys I know don't do damage. So that'll be something to figure out for sure. But that's the basic idea. How you do that? I have no idea. So let's figure it out. Okay, so I think I'm going to start by, let's see, maybe attach a Java to a mob. Let's kind of see what it kind of tells me. Attaching animated mob. Hey, sorry. Attaching an animated Java to a mob of Minecraft. I had like 32,491,863 issues today with random stuff. Oh, really? Oof. That's a lot of issues. Did you get any of them sorted out? Using a block bench or a 3D. You did? Awesome. Glad to hear that. Mission design, exporting it. Okay, integrating it into Minecraft. So, the generated data pack, resource ship. I know it's going to tell me basically how it works, but I want to attach it to something. Now I gotta figure out how to do that. Let's see. If I were to summon a slime, and I want to give it no AI. Let's just test that for now. So summon mob Minecraft no AI. I forget how to do that. Alright, so it's in the, oops. It's in the position. Oh. I don't know why that was doing it. So my AC apparently froze, which caused my PC to overheat, so I shut it off. And when I turned it back on, it updated, but the update somehow was corrupted or something and my computer was all jittery and laggy and the audio was popping every second. Wow. So I ran to this thing in the command prompt, which took over an hour and it fixed. Oh wow, well, I'm glad it's still functioning for you. That would be quite sad if it exploded forever. Okay, so we're going to summon a slime here, and we're going to do, I think it's just is it curly brackets? Pressing all the wrong buttons here. Yes. Also the AC unfroze, so now it's cool in here again. Well, that's good as well. It's no fun when things are all toasty. So I say no AI, yeah. Have it up on my other screen here, so. Excuse me, Minecraft. That is not no AI. I think it needs to be 0. As a capital? Oh, is that what I messed up? Oh, okay. Okay, so now what I want to attempt to do... Oh, hold on, I'm sorry. I've got multiple musics mixing right now. That's not going to be fun for the ears. Okay, music's gone. So now basically what I need to do is make him invisible and attach this guy to that. Make a mob ride another mob in Minecraft. Yes, that's what I need. I just want to do that. The slash ride? Okay. Oh, it has to have... Okay, in Minecraft you can make one mob ride another using a command. Specifically the summon command. With the passenger tag. You can do it with summon too, but you're not sure how? Okay. I think you can summon With the passengers, tag specific ID. Okay, so somebody chicken and passenger and then what it is. Okay. So if I were to then whoop that guy, I always just summon the two separately and then make one ride the other. The slash ride. Okay. So based on what I'm seeing here, I should be able to, I guess it would be this, and I can do passenger. This might be old text though. Let's find out if I can get this in there. So, okay, that works. Now I just need to figure out what his summon command was, which I believe it would save it, right? Oh, is it all my... I didn't know you could do spaces in there. Yeah. You do a comma and then you can do other things. I don't remember how I summoned my guy. Oh, wait, I should have my... On the desktop, I should have my command list. And that should have him. I always just omit the spaces. I guess it ignores them. Oh. I guess it doesn't matter. Oh. Let's see. Is it in here? Interaction entities. Did I not save my... Uh-oh. I did not save my summon thing. Really? How did I not do that? Let's see if it happens to be in the queue. I highly doubt it since it's been so long. This is all me messing with my hardcore quest stuff. Well, let's find out if I can go far enough back. Because I'm pretty sure I had to do a whole bunch of things even in this world too, prior. Okay, there's a bunch of fill commands. Okay, so I did do the dirt in the air. Oh, there it is. Okay. So we're going to have it be... We basically need this thing, I'm pretty sure. So let's try copying that. And I do this, and if I put this here... Okay, so that doesn't work immediately. So... Oh, because it did want to do ID, I think is what it mentioned. Oh, it's just no capitals, though. Ah! There's some different things. ID. Okay. I got custom recipes for my special tools now. Ooh, that's exciting. I'm going to have some custom recipe for some tools and weapons in this pack at some point. I just got to figure out how to do that later. Okay, so the ID part should be... Yeah, it would be right here based on that. So I don't know if I can... Maybe I need to just get rid of this. Let's try that to see what that does. Okay, that doesn't work. Pyrite is so good you can insta-mine stone without haste. Ooh, that's exciting. I like that. Shoot. So I gotta figure out how to input that into here, and I just realized I probably don't have any of these in here now. I go back through the list. Okay, so if I have... And with haste, you can insta-mine wood. Ooh, that's pretty nice, actually. Execute as entities. This is... Okay, this is doing the animated part. I need the actual summon part, which does not appear that I have in there. Oof. Okay, so how did I do this? I do summon... how did I do that? I don't remember how I even summoned this guy. Was it an execute? It's been so long I don't remember. I don't think it's going to be in this list, yeah. So I do execute at... Let's just say at me real quick. I guess as entity, and then that was where I put in like the type. And then, okay, before I get too confused, I want to actually grab these things I had already, so I have those in my command list for later. I might have to go actually look at my previous streams. I remember how I did this stuff. Okay, so if I grab this, I'm gonna copy that. Make sure that's saved in my command list thing, so I have that for later. Okay, yeah, I need to temporarily go to my channel and look my last thing up. I'll probably just go to this YouTube studio, go to content. Because that was like 2 weeks ago almost. The 20th? Oof, that was a while ago. Okay, so I'm gonna open this up. I can mute it real quick. It's my content, so it won't matter. Just like I wanted, every tier has its own perk. Ooh, that is exciting. I think I'd struggle at first to figure out how to come up with different tiers. Okay, so how did I... Let's find out how I summoned it. The tiers have changed over time. Okay, nice. They come up with different ideas and better ways to implement it, or things that make more sense. Okay, what did I do? Was it actually in there? Right, it was actually in there, wasn't it? Like it was part of the summon. So I think it was execute at, and it was the entity specifically, and then we did type, and it was an item display, and then within that item display it was the rabbite thing. I'm trying to remember, hold on, gotta get to the point in my previous stream where I actually summoned the thing. This is one nice thing about having all my streams uploaded on YouTube, is I can reference them later if I need to. So I can see how I did things in the past. Okay. Oh, it's a function. Maybe it's based on a function? Hold on, let's check that first. Function. Oh, okay, here we go. We have the animated Java rabbite. Wasn't there like a summon one, I thought? There is summon. Okay. But can I do my summon command in here? So if I say function, it doesn't let me put a function in there, I don't think. Let's see. Let's go back. Use a function in a summon command. Can I do this? Is a question. I imagine I probably can in some way, but let's see. And then you run the function. Okay, so it's still like a summon entity, but then attach it. So what I probably need to do... Can I do that in Blockbench? Because I think in Blockbench you can designate a summon ID. At least I thought you could. Let's see. Make mob ID for Blockbench. Let's try that. Okay, well, let's just try something. I doubt this will work. So I can do ID, and then I can say, if I do zombie, if I do the right syntax here, let's just make sure the vanilla form works. Yes. So what if I just say rabbite? What happened to the slime? It's got no face. Oh, it's because I summoned another one on top of it. Okay, so that didn't do what I thought it would do. It it ran the function fine, it just couldn't identify the robot, I guess? What if I say, can I do like type? Oh, I can. I can do type item display. Okay, if I can do that, then I should be able to finish it up and get the remaining command. Oh boy, I just gotta remember what that last little bit was, which I think I have it in this command. Okay, so I do this, and then I can say tag equal aj dot rabbit dot root. But then I think I need, like I need to do a bracket like this. And I might need it here. See if that'll work. But that doesn't work. That's unfortunate. Do I need... It's not letting me do this. So can I do this? Add another set of curly brackets, maybe? No. Okay, what if I take this out completely and I take this out completely and do this to regular brackets here? Get rid of that in there because that's not going to work. And then I do this. So that doesn't work. I wonder... Because I would like to have it in one command if possible. I don't want to have to run multiples. Let me just hit enter. What does it do? Expected literal. So it's trying to say... It's expecting something... here? I can do the item display, but it's not letting me do the rabbit. Oh, that's not working now because I ruined something somewhere. Oh, because I need the curly brackets back. So I know that works. Okay. If I were to grab this and copy it and just take this to the internet, what does the internet tell me about it? Nothing. It's not even, let's say if I do the AI mode, that should give me something, right? Because it'll search for some stuff. Okay. So the passenger ID display, this NBT named binary tag data indicates that the slime will have a passenger, which is an item display entity. Type is displayed entity that requires specifically an item stack to determine its texture. Okay. How do I set the item display? Maybe let's see if that can point me in any direction. I'm just missing like a little bit of code somewhere. So ID that, and it says count. You can do item. Oh, okay. That's probably what I could try that. Let's see if this will work. So if I do ID and then I put in these, what does this do? So that works. So if that works, I should be able to do tag and then the whole rest of that spiel. Let's see if that works. Tag equals .ag, then it's .rabbit .root. What's that do? Okay, so that didn't work. Interesting. It's valid code, but it's still not registering what I want it to do. Oh, it's because I did a dot here too, huh? That's probably why. Oh, that still didn't work. So yeah, it's a comma, then it's a tag equals. Yep, so that's technically the correct syntax. But maybe I need to do this part where I do the type. Oh, it's type equal. Oh, I didn't have type equal. Maybe that's why I had it. Nope. Okay, that still didn't work. So let's try type equals, and we'll say, I don't think I need Minecraft item, do I? I shouldn't. Item display should just work. Unless it has to be Minecraft. Okay, let's try that. So if I do Minecraft, and I do this, and it's going to be that item display. Okay. Still doesn't work. Okay. I guess we could try just a simple slime someone with no ID real quick, and then see if we can actually put the thing on there. So if I were to look at you, for example, and I want to do slash ride, and I want the entity type. I should be able to do tag, I think. Tag equal a rabbite, right? If I can spell. That doesn't work. I want to try to make this simpler anyway. Okay, that's because I have to do the tag. Let's try this. AG dot rabbite. Oops. Byte dot root. Only one entity is allowed, but the provided selector allows more than one. Oh, okay, more than one. So I should say the nearest. Okay. And then if I say mount and I say entity type slime, that should. Oh, okay. Oh, I gotta do the nearest slime. Okay. So that at least is possible. But I want to. Okay. I'm curious now. What if I do. Just do this? Huh. Okay. Can I move this thing? I don't know how to use these things very well. Let's see. Say function. I made Java. Let's see. Can I move him? I guess I'd have to teleport it. I guess this could be a good way to so go TP entity, and I say tag. What if I just do rabbite? I don't think that'll be a valid one, will it? To me? Can I just do that? No entity found. Okay, so I'd have to do probably the whole thing. AJ dot rabbite. Let's try just that. So that does. Nope. Probably need the root. Okay, so I know that works to do stuff. I got to deal with the rotation though. How did I mess with the rotation before? I forgot how I did that. What if I do this again, but then location, oh yeah, then I do rotation in this. Hold on. Do I have to just put it immediately? No. Grr. Is it here that I would do, like, rotation? Oh, yep, I could. Let's say Y rotation just 1. What does that do? Doesn't work. So it's not finding it. If I just said nearest? Well, I moved it at least, so now I can keep messing with some other things. Ugh, this is such a learning curve trying to figure out how to deal with this thing. So if I were to do this, what if I just removed this completely? So that doesn't work. If I just do ID, it's not a D, it's an R. That doesn't work either. I really want to summon this thing. It doesn't like tag, right? Yeah, it doesn't even let me do anything with tag there, apparently. Unless, can I do these? I can't do those. So if I want to do tag, I have to use the quotations. Okay. So what if let's just redo this and say, yeah, so just do these and I say type. Oh, can I just I can just put type in here though, right? Equals Minecraft item. It just is an underscore? But I did have to like encapsulate it for it to function. Ugh, now I can't get it to work. What did I do? Okay, so this is what I did before. Alright, I tried that and it didn't work. Why did it not? So it just gives me a slime. So it's ID. Well, if I grab this, what does the AI thing yap about this? I'm curious. Okay, so passenger, this signifies that the slime will have a list of passengers, in this case, one item display entity. Okay, yep. This correctly identifies the passenger as an item display entity. Okay. This assigns the custom tag of the rabbite to the item display, which will be used for the later target selection or command block logic. Yep, that's correct. Do I just need... This is a crucial to find the actual item being displayed. Without it, nothing will be visible. It's set to a stone block in this example, but can be changed to any item. Oh. I think... I'm pretty sure I have it set to a white die, but I guess just out of to try, let's just do... I don't think this will work, because... Or it's like light gray dye? I don't remember. If I can get it displaying anything else, okay. Maybe show full command. Let's see what it says. Okay. Okay. So if I do this again. So what it wanted me to, what it's saying to do is to put this in brackets, but I doubt the brackets will work because it wasn't letting me do it before. Unless I can do it in, or I can do it in here. And then it showed me it shows this and this, which... So that's not valid. Well, if that's not valid, how am I supposed to do these things? Okay, so... What is it showing? Okay, so after the... So do ID, Minecraft item display. Oh, it does this. And then, comma, maybe we do tag. And it shows to do it like this, but that's still also not valid. Oh, I have an extra set now, that's why. Okay, so that works. Does that do anything? No. But that's in the right direction. Let's just put that in there for now, because I'm going to have a ton of those while I'm messing with this. Okay, so then it did comma, and then we did item, and then this, and then that, and then I put what the item is supposed to be in there, which, if I pull up my code, which I gotta remember where it should just be in, if I go into saves, and I go into this, I go to data packs, I go into here, I should be able to find the rabbite. I need the summon command, this one. I'll double check what that says. So we're going to check if it has the item ID anywhere, because I think I remember it when I set it, it had like a specific item that it was supposed to be set as. Oh, there's already a... Oh, it's already a bunch of passengers too, technically. Because all the different parts are separated into different pieces. Because there's multiple items displays to make up the rabbite. Okay. But I want to know if there is an item I can use. Yeah, it says Minecraft white dye. So I'm going to try that. If I do... Oops, I just ruined it. No! Yeah, it should be the white dye. So... things and such. Okay. I gotta redo this whole thing. Yay! I guess I can just kind of copy what's here. So basically just grab this whole thing. So that's what it's wanting me to do, but this should be, I think, white dye. So there's the white dye, but there's not the rabbite. That looks so funny. I need a screenshot of that. That's great. Looks like he's got a wig on. Yeah. Oh. Now that's there. And it's okay. I need to kill. Oh, nope. Hit that. Entity type. Item display. I added a bunch of items with no memory of what they do. Oh, really? Oh. I just killed... Oh, I didn't think about that. I hope I didn't kill any other entities that I wanted to have somewhere. What is the word... Okay, what in the world does juicy dungeon berries do? That's a good question. What would those do? Okay, so if I do... What if I just get rid of this whole section? Let's just try deleting all of this until it goes green. So that didn't work. Summon... I think Enchanted Pumpkin Pie fully fills your saturation. That sounds really nice. Let's just look at what this is for this. Okay. So that's animated Java rabbite / summon. Oh. Well, that's awkward. How to resummon it? I swear I just did this earlier. What happened? With entity? Let's just try that. Nope, that didn't work. From what I can tell, juicy dungeon berries are a low hunger, high saturation food. Oh, okay. It's missing a... I'm so confused now. I'm really confused. I swear I just like did this, did I not? Do 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 do. I have to relearn how to do all these things. Dang it. Okay. So I probably have to do an execute as just entity type Minecraft item display tag. I guess rehashing this in my brain over and over will eventually make it sink in, right? Isn't that how that works? Okay. I do that, and I say at, and I'm just gonna say this one, run function, and then try to summon it that way. Is this really what I gotta do? This feels like very convoluted. I don't feel like that's the correct way to do it. Where did it run that at? Oh my goodness. Okay, well I hope I don't have another random item display just suddenly here. That would be really awkward. I guess I could do... Can I do this? Effect. Give. Entity type. The item display. Glowing? Infinite? Unable to apply this effect. Target's either immune to effects or has something that is stronger. So how do I locate it then? Oh, I guess I could do the teleport command, right? So I could say CP entities of type item display to me. Okay. Well, if there is an item display, it's not visible, which would not be good. Ah. Okay, well, how did I do it before? I'm so confused. What did I do? Okay. It's because I need to have the... Okay, that makes more sense now. So I go function, animated, Java, and I'll do rabbit, and I do slash summon, and then I just do this, nope, the curly brackets, and I do args, and I do that, and then I don't do any, oh, I don't think it matters which one. So that works. So if that works, then can I just grab this part? I'm gonna go back to my summon. Slime. Let's say there, and we're gonna do no AI 1B. Wrong button. And then I do passenger. If I can spell words, my brain is not. How do I do that? How do I do it again? Okay, I guess I can do it here. What if I were to, like, remove all this and just do that? Now will let me run the function inside there. Okay, well, what if I try taking stuff out? If I just do rabbi summon? No. No. Okay, what if I do a summon? I can't do rabbi because it doesn't exist. And I can't do like animated Java or anything here. I don't have any autofills, so I know there's nothing I can do besides what I've got here. Okay, let's do a little test here. I want to open up Blockbench, which I don't remember if I have a tab thing on. Oh, stuff was popping up for on my previous thing. Okay, I'm just gonna open this up real quick. In just a second, I want to see if when I export it. Oh, I didn't want that. I wanted the blueprint settings. I think there was supposed to be a summon. Yeah, on summon commands. The root folder of the data pack to export the project into. Commands to run as the root entity when summoned. Treat this text input as a MC function. Also supports builds. So there's a space in there for me to add something, but I don't know how to do that. Give me just a moment here. Let me try searching something. On summon command Blockbench. Let's see what it says. Actually, create your custom entity in Blockbench. Yep, export the entity. Use the summon command. Okay, so load your custom entities, resource, and behavior pack into your Minecraft world. Yep, then you can use /summon command with the identifier you assigned and the entity wizard to summon your custom mob. So I should be able to do /summon Rabbite. Let's just try that real quick. And then if I export it, and then I come back in here and I do a reload, I should have a summon Rabbite technically, but that didn't seem to work. You can also specify coordinates and NPD tags in the command just like you would with vanilla. So I have to set the identifier. How do I set the identifier? That's not what I wanted. Oh, actually, when I think about this, where is this exporting? I gotta double check that it's actually exporting it where I want it. So data pack, Minecraft saves, yep. So it should go in there. Okay, so it is in the correct spot. I just don't know if I did the syntax correctly. Also supports MC build syntax. Well, it says something about the entity wizard. I gotta see if there's an option for the entity wizard, maybe? Do I just put, oh, it should be summon. Because here they have an example as a summon custom entity. If you set the identifier to custom entity, your command would be that. How do I set the identifier? Okay. How to set the identifier. Okay. So make sure you have Blockbench installed. Yep, okay. And the Minecraft Entity Wizard plugin enabled. Oh. That's a plugin. So let's look for plugins. Let's make sure we have that. I don't. Entity. So I should just search wizard. Ah, this one. So if I install that, and now, how do I make use of that? Okay. You'll typically see yellow banners on the start screen after the installation. Click it to open the wizard and go to filter create. That's for creating a bedrock entity though. I just don't know if that'll work. Let's just try this. Maybe now it might work just because I did the thing. Pressing all the wrong buttons. Okay. Let's try a reload now. Just to see. So if we can get this working, then we'd be able to just summon it on top of the guy. It's so funny looking down at the ground. Okay. So I guess we need to continue through some steps here. The wizard will guide you through several steps. The first and second step is usually where you define the entity's name. Okay. So let's go to filter. I might need to close Blockbench and reopen it. So let's go ahead and close it. Bring it back up. Okay. It says something about if, oh, here we go. So if I click this, this feature includes Minecraft assets. In order to use it, you'll need to agree. Okay, it's fine. I will agree to the thing. Ah, here we go. And I want it to be, oh, yeah, it's specifically bedrock though, so that's probably not going to work then. We could try it just to check. And it says my namespace? What is this? Identifiers used internally in add-ons to identify the entity type, which I don't think this will work. Just due to this being basically for bedrock, so I don't think it's gonna work. Let's see. Does this work for Java? We get some. Okay, using the data pack commands, you can use data packs in conjunctions with the commands to create a custom entity in Java using mods. Okay, utilizing define. Or you can create custom entity models with Blockbench and export them from Java edition in formats like the Optifying entities. The simplified workflow provided by the entity plugin or creating behavior or resource packs is not available for Java edition. Good to know. I should definitely uninstall this one. That's unfortunate. What am I going to do then? How do I summon you on the thing? Okay, hold on. So right now it's currently a function. So run a function for a passenger on summon. Maybe that'll point me in a direction. Let's see what it says. Yep. Let's see. So I can do summon the slime, no AI, yep, item display. So still talking about that. Which, from my understanding, the item display is supposed to be the white dye, technically. I could try, well, maybe I can try this. What if I say execute at me, and if I say run summon slime, and then I say, oh, I just want to add a function to that. Can I not add a function to that? I thought I could. And NBT data, which we don't need. Can't add anything else at the end, can I? Burger. Um. Run more than one execute or function in Minecraft command. That gives me any sort of options to kind of point me in a better direction here. Let's see, chaining command blocks is something I can do. Okay. It's not what I'm looking for, but with data pack functions, you can chain them. Yep, I get that already. Combining, that's what I want to know. So I could do, so execute as this. Okay, so what if I say execute, oops, as, and I say type slime, and then I say at this entity run right, actually function. I made it Java. Oh, hold on, gotta make sure I've got this to correct. This thing is what I'm looking for. So I need this. So let's grab that. So if I do this and do that, I do, what does that do? Doesn't do anything. Okay. Didn't think it would. But then I can't add anything else to it. Yeah, so I have to like have something to already run that on. Okay, well, I guess I could technically summon an invisible slime and then immediately put this on it, right? But it just feels... eh. So if I say summon slime there, and then I do no AI again. And then I also can do... Can I just say invisible? I can't spell invisible, but that's probably how it works. Invisible. I guess imagine make it invisible. Because I don't think that's how that works, but can I just apply an effect to it immediately? Okay. Summon a slime invisible. Cannot type. Active effects. Okay. Okay, so I can try that instead. So if I get rid of all this, and then I say active effects, and then I do this, and then I put in these, that works. Okay, so I can do that. Then I have to put in a whole thing there, don't I? Interesting. Okay, so it's in here. Oh, it actually has been doing this. Okay, so that works. But then in here I can do ID. Oh, 14 must be the potion or the effect ID. Amplifier. If I can spell. 0B. Okay. And then I do duration. And that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Does it stop me when there's too many? It does. Okay, so I can do that. And I can do show particles. If I can, did I spell that correctly? I hope so. 0B. P-A-R-T-I-C-I-S. Yep. Okay, so if I do that, okay, well, it obviously didn't work. So that syntax is wrong to some degree. So I can do like indestructible, just true or false. Maybe I missed something. Let's just try highlighting this. Well, that's all invisible. Interesting. I am learning, I feel like nothing at the moment. Oh gosh. Oh, I can determine its size though. That's helpful. So I can always set the size to smaller, but does that mean it's... Or is it to summon a medium-sized slime, you set the size to 1? Okay. So if I set it to... This isn't dealing with size at all, though. Oh, it is, because I'm silly. So if I did size... What if I did size 0? It is a small one. Okay. So what is this accomplishing for me right now? Currently nothing, and then I can spawn a slime randomly in the air. But I was trying to add invisible. Yeah, 14 is the ID for invisible. This sets the level of the potion effect. For invisibility, higher levels don't change the effects, so 0B is sufficient, supposedly. The duration... This is too many 9s, maybe? Nope. Okay. Honestly, I'm not sure why this isn't working. Because that's supposed to not... Also supposed to not show the particles, but let's set it to 1 just to see. So it's not doing particles, so it doesn't have the effect. Okay, well, I guess I could try making my own summon command, maybe. That might just be the way to do it. I wanted to get into the data pack and mess around. Okay, I guess I want to make a function that'll summon a slime. It'll summon the rabbite, and then it will make the rabbite ride the slime. And I want the slime to be invisible. So I could do slime, invisibility effect, the rabbite, and then make it ride it. So I could do that, but I have to do like 4 commands in a row. Ugh. Okay, well, let's figure out how I want to go about that then. So if I go into my data pack and I go to data, I guess I need a new namespace. We're going to call that rabbite, I guess. Because then I want to go into there and I'm going to need functions and tags. So if I just do a function folder, and here I should be able to make a new one. So if I open up Visual Studio Code, And I assign that here real quick so it's on the screen. There it is. Say new file, text file. We can select an MC function. So we'll go to summon. Guess we gotta figure out what our code is here. Summon Minecraft slime is the first bit we need. Minecraft slime. And then I should be able to do basically to ignore all this part and be able to just do the effect of. Alright, they also want the no AI. Which no, I don't want to do no AI. Just for now I want to do that. So if I do that, that's gonna just summon it. Okay. That's what I need to start with. So we're gonna go basically just curly brackets, size, and I'm gonna say 0. So if I don't specify the location, does that do anything? I have to do, I guess, these. So relative position. But relative position to what is the question? Because right now it's doing a relative position to that. So actually what I could do, I just do slime, but I want to just not worry about. If I do this, I'll just summon one. Ah no, ruined the sunflower. Wait, bad slime. Make me break things I don't want to break. Okay, I need a sword. I need to remove this slime. Yeah. Ugh. This is hurting my brain. Eventually I'll figure it out, right? Do, do, do. So many slime balls. Ah, okay. So I have to decide a summoning position. I guess if I just do relative, I can find out what it does. Let's just try that. So if I save this now, oh, right. A box decided to run away. Oh, and so did my Minecraft character. Alright. Okay. Now I gotta determine where this is going. It's going into my saves. Go into, let's make Secret of Mana. Go into Data Packs, the Secret of Mana one. Data, Rabite, function here. We're gonna have this be called. Stop highlighting the thing I don't want to highlight. Yes, summon underscore Rabite, and let's get rid of that. Okay, so if I do that, and I say slash reload, and I do a function, can I do I don't think my function's showing up because I did something wrong. Oh. Because I got all my bush stuff here, but it's not showing the other ones. Because I should have the data pack in here. Yep, it's right there. Okay. And that is indeed the one that's in there. So I should be able to start with Rabbite, and it should start working. If I've done it. Oh, wait. I put a backslash, which I don't know if that matters. It does matter, because I'm silly. Okay, let's reload it. Okay, function. Aha! Okay, so that worked to summon the slime randomly where I was. Okay, so that works. So let's also look at doing... Alright, then we're going to want to do basically effect, give the nearest slime, I guess? I don't know if I want to do nearest or I want to do all of them. Probably all of them, just so the slime never gets seen. I don't know if this is going to work correctly, but we'll find out. Invisibility, infinite. If I do that, there's no entity path. But I can grab this, copy it, or cut it out, I guess. And then I can do this, and then that's not working at all. Why did it not do things? Okay. So then I can do that, to tell it to run invisible. And if I save that, and then I reload again, and then I do this thing, yes, it automatically summons the invisible slime. Okay, so that worked. But I also don't want it to show the particles. So if I want to do this, can I... Okay, yeah, there's a hide particles option. So if I do this, or this, do I have to do it here? How do I do the hide particle part? I see it telling me you can add more things here, but I'm also like, do I have to do this? And then do this. That didn't work. I do the curly brackets. That also doesn't work. So how do I add that onto here? Because right now, infinite is taking up that time. So if I just do... Do I need to do amplified? No. Ugh. Expected integer. So if I just say 0? Oh, and then do true. Okay, let's try that. If I do this... And then I put that in here. And I save it. And then I reload. And then I run my command again. It'll summon that. It's doing its particles. Which is not good, but we'll just run that real quick. Okay. So we successfully summoned an invisible slime that doesn't have the particles, but I also want it to have no AI. So if I were to say I want no AI, how do I add that? If I do this, NBT, is it NBT? No AI equals 1B? Or is it this? Okay, so that doesn't work. Okay, well, summon slime with no AI and invisible. What does that tell me? Well, what it's telling me is lies. I can't do that. Oh, wait, I'm being silly. I have to, when I do this part, where is it? The slash summon slime, and then I do that, and then I do the no AI there. Okay, so that's what I have to add to this part here. I want that one. Get. Okay, so I have to add that here, which I probably need to do. I think it's just a comma, and then I put that in. But I'm not 100% sure. Oh no, I probably don't need both curly brackets, so just do no AI. That should work. So then we do a reload again. And then we do our summon, or I guess function that. Did it work? Okay, so that did work. We have our invisible slime with no AI. But the problem is I don't want it to have no AI, technically. I do want it to bounce around. So I'm not going to do that, but then what I could do, if I just do this, and then I do my... rotating through, is this the one I want? Yeah, so if I grab this, and first of all, we're going to put that in my command thing, so I have that available. We're going to go back to here. We're going to then just drop that in. Let's just try that, see if that will also summon the thing. And if I do function rabbi, I do that. Okay, so it did the one thing, but it didn't do the other. Because this function that should give me a thing, right? Oh no, I'm being silly. I did the wrong one. Oops. I need... not the slime one. Okay, that's the one I need, right? Right? Is that not the right one? I'm so confused. Where's my rabbi? I just did this earlier and I don't remember. Oh, come on. Function, animated Java. I go to the summon. And then I do curly brackets. I just do that? No, it doesn't like that because I gotta put in args. And just put at least nothing in there. But that's not working. Can I put a 1? That doesn't work either, so I can only have one at a time? That's confusing. Oh, I found this invisible slime. That's funny. Okay. Well, obviously, this function doesn't work. Because I was trying to summon the slime on top of it. Ugh. Okay. I will get through this eventually and figure it out. It just will take a bit for my brain to parse it after I fiddle with it for a while. Okay, so these are both... Okay, so that is not correct. I need to get rid of that. I need... It should be this. But the problem is it doesn't want to summon another one because I already have one. So now if I do a function, the animated, and I want to say the remove option. just return 0. Okay, well, if I say remove entities, so that worked, but now if I do that, does it summon one? That's not summoning one now. I swear that's how I did it before. Does I have to have a 1? That's so weird. I swear I summoned it earlier. What's happening? Oh my gosh, okay. Oh, it's because I didn't... Oh, I'm being silly. I'm being very silly. I could just do this. What? That's totally what I did before when it worked. I'm so confused. There's a space in here. Does that matter? Oh, I can't. I'm literally doing the exact same thing and it's not working. What is happening? Oh, is it because I fiddled with the data pack and then the data pack's no longer working? Is that what's happening? So if I say reload, and then try that again. So it doesn't work anymore, which is really weird. So let's go back to my... If I go here, if I remove this... Oh, actually, that's probably why I might be having trouble, because I bet I need to change this. Rabite... I'm just gonna do Rabite mob, maybe? Try saving that. Come on. So I'm gonna close this out, and then I want to rename this. Let's see if that works. No. So I can do my function. Okay. Well, that's really weird. I have no idea why I've suddenly broken my ability to summon my thing. Wait, what? So function namespace, which is the animated Java, and then it was saying summon, which should be this, yes. And it was saying slash variant, which is interesting. What if I just do that? I just do like a 1? I didn't know there was a variant option. Interesting. Ah. Why you no work now? I'm so confused. I broke something and I don't understand. Ah. Okay, I should have made a separate data pack then, probably, to do what I was trying to fiddle with. Maybe? I don't really know. Well, that's literally what I did in the last game, is how I summoned it. So that means that something I've done... no, you can go away, bot. Leave me alone. Yeah. Like, that is what made it work last time. I can have a space in them, it doesn't matter. Why you break? Why you break? Did I do something when I messed with the block bench thing? I don't think I did. I'll pull that up real quick and see if there's something we can do with it. I guess I can take this out of here. And then re-export it. Let's just try re-exporting it and see if that helps. And then try that function again. Okay, there we go. I re-exported it and that's fine. Okay. Okay. So now I should be able to take this thing. I should be able to copy that. If I go into what I had open, this function, which I don't know if that's going to pop up anymore on the screen because I need to reassign it again. Okay. So then if I were to basically do that, and then save that, I should be able to save this, and then I should be able to reload. And then if I do my function, okay, so they summon together, so that's good news. We got them both. Okay, so now if I want to remove specifically this entity though, how do I go about doing that? So I do animated, Java, and then I want to remove the specific one. How do I do that? Remove all, remove this, remove entities. If I do entities, it's going to get rid of both. I don't want to do that. But if I wanted to do this, what does that mean by this? It's saying it's not working. Must be executed as the rig's root entity. So how do I do that then? Is that to say root? So I know there's like root options. Oh. Recursively kill the passengers? So that might be what I need to use potentially? Okay, well, let's see. Slime, where you at? Got it. Right, so now what I need to do is if I do this. Oh, I could do this, because then I can have both of them in there. Then I can say ride entity type. I can just do rabite, can't I? No, I need to do tag. ag.rabite.root. Oh. Oh, I gotta do the... Wait, do I have to do the item display? How did I do that before? Oh, right. Okay, hold on. So I gotta do the nearest entity. And then I can say tag equal... Can I just do rabite? And say mount. And I say nearest. And I say type. Slime. So it didn't find that because it needs to be probably the full thing. aj.rabite.root. What if I do that? Okay, well that's something, I guess. So now if I say function animated Java I want it to play the walking. How did I do the animation? Because I get it to do the animation, then I can at least have it do what I want it to do here. At least it'll look like it's doing something, at the very least, if I can get that working. Okay, let's see if I can... I know I figured it out last stream, but I don't remember how I do that exactly. Unstable. How dare it be unstable? Probably because I'm trying to load my other stream so I can see what's happening. That's so silly. This is so terrible. It's like not working at all. Well, it's working, but it's not working. And I'm gonna have to figure out how to get it to ride like a bit lower so that it's like over top of it. I'm kind of curious though. If I do maybe I should be able to see. Yeah, it's got its indicator, which oh, I don't even see the hitbox of the slime. That's interesting. I think I would. I can make it glow so I can kind of see it. Just for testing purposes. Let's see. Okay, I know I've eventually got the animation playing. I just gotta remember which syntax I had to do. Do I have to do like something specifically targeting the root, but I don't remember how I did that. Oh no, it's working. But I don't remember what I did to get it to work. Oh, it's because I was playing the animation. I just had to fix something. Do 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 do. Oh boy. Internet's struggling. Yeah, I should just be literally run the function. Here. Was there anything I could do to specify? Must be execute as the rig entity. So how do I do that? So I have to do as with entity. I don't remember how I did the thing. Where was the dialogue? Oh yeah, also for some reason my brain can brain anything error at the moment. That's the thing I need to press. Also realized my undo guy is not working. I have no idea what happened with that. It's just busted. All the things are breaking. Let's see. So I had to run. Oh, I had to do a big old thing. That's why. So I had to do this. I had to do execute as at entity. Then I had to identify the rabbite. Oh, this is such a long thing. I had to do type item display. And I had to do the tag. This is so convoluted, it feels like. But ideally, once I figure out how to get it to function here, I can have it all in the data pack and it will just handle it for me. But hey, we technically have a rabbite bouncing around on the screen. Okay, so I need it. Then I do dot root. Okay, and then I'm gonna do at the same. Okay, at s. So at this particular one, run function animation and then the walk. There we go. It kind of works. It's closer. It's a step in the right direction. So I definitely want. I guess I can just take this part here. because I want this to be as part of my function. So I am going to have that in here, but I also need to go back and get the where I did the ride command. This one, yes. So if I can do this, copy that, paste that in there. So now technically, if I save this and then I now reload, and if I do the function, I should be able to summon the rabbit, and I have one that's bouncing around. Yay! Its direction's terrible, so I gotta deal with that, but it's a step closer. I gotta figure out how to get rid of the slime particles and the slime sound and insert my own sound, but we have rabbits. Oh, how did you get back there? Oh, because he can go in. I forgot. They're smaller. That's actually kind of fun, though, because that means they can get through the bushes and the players can't. I kind of like that, to be honest. It's so funny. But don't know if I just, like, punch it, though. It's just an entity bouncing around. So what I would need some way to detect if one died, but I also need to figure out how to remove specifically this one. If I go to my animated Java, and I look for the remove options, I can do remove everything, which I don't want to do. Oh, I think I know what I need to do. I need to basically do this again, but then I need to do this function of the remove here. And I should be able to say remove this. Because then that should be specifically... No, that didn't work, because it removed the wrong one. Okay, well... Is it because it's making... I gotta figure out how to do separate ones, entities then. So every time I summon one, it needs to be a different one. Right? Oh, the slime's still bouncing around. Okay. Where's the remove slime option? Trying to figure out what I want to do next. I at least have a semi-functioning mob. If I can change the position of which that it is on there, so let's do our function again. So now I have that guy, but what if I wanted to adjust this one? Can I adjust its position in any way? Let's see. Change height mob rides with command. Okay. Let's say you want a chicken to ride a cow, but you want the chicken to be higher than its default ride position. It's saying to use an armor stand? Oh, that feels so convoluted, though. Or can I just change the display entity? There's a translation. This summons a diamond block as a display entity and floats the emerald as a display entity will be offset by one block above it. Direct passenger offset, as mentioned, there is no direct NPT tag for offset. You could do constant teleportation, hitboxes, and directions. The way hitboxes are handled might be tricky, especially with invisible entities. Okay, yeah. So there's a translation and a transform. Is that related to when it gets summoned? So when I do my initial mob summon, so it'd be this one. No, wait, this one? How do I summon the mob again? Alright, so this is my basic function I'm looking for. So if I were to put this in there, and I do the backslash again, so that'll summon it, right? But if I want to modify the, I'm guessing the arguments would be what I could modify. I just don't know what those are. If I just put this in and say, what can you put in the args? See if this can kind of give me a direction on what options I have to put in there. So variant, okay, so I can do position, I can do rotation. Okay. So if I change the position, so in here I can put in P-O-S-T-I, oh, or I-T-I-O-N. I can do that, and then I can do still 1. What does that do? Does that do anything different? Can't tell. They're all gone. Okay. So we're going to re-summon one in, but we're going to deal with this. So what is it it's telling me? Okay, because it says a position, it does like, so I do 1F. I can do another 1F and then another 1F, which is supposed to be like each of the different positions, different heights and stuff. So if I do that, it's going to put it in a weird spot, right? Because what is that? It's X, Y, Z, right? So I want the Y. So if I were to put this, so if I said this was 0 and this was 0, but I made this like 3, what does that do? Does that do anything different? I can't quite tell. So what we're gonna do to try to like to test this, I think I'm gonna basically experiment with putting it in there and then summoning the slime. So I can grab this part here. We can put it into the data pack in here. And then we should be able to modify things as we need to. So I hit save on that. And then I reload. And then I come over here and into my function. And I say rabbit summon. What does that do? So it doesn't look like there's any difference in height. So let's try doing like, I don't know, like 10. So I'll save it. We'll do a reload. And then we can do our function. And try the rabbit summon again and see if there's any difference when we look at them. Doesn't appear to be any difference. So that's confusing. Unless like 10 is not a big enough difference to make anything happen. It switches the y-axis rotation of some of the... Yeah, because I can do rotation, which obviously I need to do the rotation as well. So I'm going to need this, but I want to get rid of all of this just real quick. I should be able to do rotation. And then in the rotation, I can determine that's 90 degrees, basically. If I just do 90, does that do anything? Okay, let's try 100. Let's see what that does. Or what? Just did 1000. Okay. Well, that didn't seem to do anything. Because I probably need to have the... Okay, so that didn't do anything either. Oh my goodness, this is such a pain. I definitely need to learn how to delete one individual thing. So let's see if we can figure that out. So, well, these are all in the root entity. So are these technically all clones of each other? Is that what's happening? Let's see. What are my remove options again? So there's remove all, there's remove entities, and there's remove this. Currently remove this is removing all. So I say remove entities. Well, I guess I could say, what if I just say this and I have like a radius? Can I do a radius? If I do that. Well, that didn't do anything. I just do like a 1. Found null matching element for 1. Okay. Let's see. Remove 1 animated Java. Oh, 1. Oh, I guess I could do it based on the tag, right? Oh, okay. So let's try this. So if I say slash kill and I say entity, I say tag, and I do aj dot rabbit dot root, and then I close it off. Then I can say, oh, so we're also going to do limit equal 1. So if I just do that, what does that do? Not currently doing anything because it's not also sort equal and I do nearest. That's still not. I'm confused. There's nothing found. What do you mean? They're all right there. I say remove. Or I'm not gonna do my other function. The remove this one. So if I do that. Okay, that didn't work. That's kind of worrying me now. I literally have display entities. Like I could do kill and I just say type. Entity type display. Item displays. Okay, so that worked. Weird. So I got rid of the animated Java, but it didn't kill the display entity. Okay, so let's try another thing then. If I go back and I do run or function, I do this, but then I do this and I say limit 1. What does that do? Oh, okay. So I have to get rid of all of them. How many was that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if I change this command to 6, and then I redo my function just out of curiosity, and then I redo the 6 display entities. Yep, they're gone now. If I do that again, there's no more. Wait, there was another item display entity somewhere? Weird. Now they're all gone. Okay. Let's just go back to this. We're gonna go slime. Get rid of all those guys. Okay. Interesting. Well, so far my test with the height didn't seem to matter. But the rig should technically spawn, like, it should be able to be on. Oh, I think what I realized, I think I actually need to do a negative. Let's try a negative. Let's try a negative 10. And if I do a reload, and then I do my function again, what will that do? That didn't seem to do anything. Okay, let's try -10 on this and just see what that does. I don't feel like that did anything. Try 100. So it's still not doing anything. Is it? Okay, no, wait. That did do something. A tiny bit, but it's barely anything. So 100, even 100 isn't much. So if I get rid of this negative, what if I did like 500? And then save it, and then try a reload. And then do the function. Rabbi? Let's see what that does. How does that... Oh, that's interesting. When I summoned him, it also reactivated these guys. Okay, well, are you actually higher? I guess I could do the effect. That's funny how I'm like actually physically moving to try to see it when it doesn't do anything. Let's see. Type, slime. Let's give it glowing. Okay, so let's kind of look at this and see. I keep doing that, ducking my head. So I did 500, but he's still... Okay, let's also fix this, add the rotation. So I think what I want to do is I need a comma in that. So let's go to this real quick. So I need to do comma, rotation. Yeah, so now that works. So I have that. So it's basically I have to type that in. So let's do that. Rotation. We're going to say 90, and we'll do the F just to make sure that it's technically doing it right. And if I do a reload now, and then I do my function. Okay, let's see. Okay, the rotation didn't matter. Didn't do anything. Okay, let's try doing something crazy. Let's try like 1000 on this, like lowering, and just to see what that does. Reload, resummon another one. And let's do the slime glowing effect so we can kind of see where it's positioned. Okay, so that does kind of look like it's lower, right? It's so hard to tell. Goodness. Okay, well. I don't know if this is working very well, to be honest. That's interesting how those glow effects, like, connect. Okay, well then we're gonna do... Boop, they're all gone. We're making some sort of progress. I'm not sure what it is, but it is some sort of progress. And we're murdering many, many slimes in the process. We've almost got a stack of slime. Here, you can go in the corner with that one. Okay. So, I guess if you want to do like an extreme, let's try just like 10,000 and see what that does. So that doesn't seem to make much of an effect. And the rotation's not working, which is weird. Ugh. Let's just try 1000 real quick, and we'll try this rotation of like 180 and just see if that does anything at all. Not exactly. Well, I know before I did something about facing when I summoned it, so if I just did like... That didn't work. Oh, it's because I need this. What if I said just facing? No. How did I do that before, where I had it like facing, or like my direction? Because if I just summon that, it does that. If I like look up, maybe? Okay, it's the direction I'm looking. That's interesting. What if I go effect, clear, nearest entity, visibility? Can I clear it? No. Okay, so I can do that, so I can see the slime at least while I'm fiddling with him. He's just wearing a bouncy rabbit hat right now. Hey, Mr. Slime, can you give me the answers? Like, that would be great. Now the question is, because I'm using the root, it's applying it to everything? So I need to be able to not use the root for the summon, I think. Or I need to somehow differentiate them all. And also, this rotation stuff does not seem to be doing anything, which is annoying. Or the positioning. And it's having no effect on it, which is really weird. Was it probably because maybe I need to modify it after the fact? After it's on the entity already? Because it's just getting summoned in a default position, which I thought it would work if I did the positions and stuff. So maybe I just need to... Can I just do rotation? I can do rotate. So I just say rotate, type, item display. What? Oh, no, oh, one entity. So I did the nearest entity for the road, and then I say facing. I do a relative position. Oh, is it? It's not working. Wah. Facing is the only option I have. What if I put in numbers? I guess entity, I do me. Okay, let's try this. Let's do limit 6. Oh, okay. Probably because I'm trying to do it. Okay, well, let's try something else. Maybe we can do... Oh. I'm confused. Do. Do I just not need the limit because I can do it best? It doesn't like the... Do. Okay, what if I say facing and I put in a coordinate like 100, 100, 100? Does that do anything? No. Oh wait, okay, that worked. I just had to be close enough. What if I say me now? Okay, so that works. So if I'm close enough, I can get it at least facing me, which is interesting. If I were in survival, for example, and then I have it just basically updating, going towards me, and it like looks up at me. Okay, so if I had it doing this, but I can't have it be doing me specifically. I just have to do, I guess, nearest player. That could work. Oh, interesting. Well, obviously that's progress. So I definitely want to grab this and save that code so I can miss that later if I need to. Hey, the little rabbis give me hugs. It only does it if he's like close enough. Oh, I'm making them all. Wait, when did I summon all these? I don't remember summoning all these. Interesting. So at least I know how I can get them to rotate and look at the player. That still looks a little weird though when they get close because they're like looking at my feet. But hey, it's something. What if I bop that? Now you're just gonna bounce up and down. And if I do function, rabite, then they'll all start bouncing. Oops. You're looking at my shoes. What are you why are you looking at my shoes? I can't even look at my shoes. How are you looking at my shoes? There we go. I got a screenshot for later of my fiddling with these guys. Okay. What if I had to figure something out about how to do it? Start bouncing backwards. Oh my goodness. Okay. I've already said this once, but I thought I'm making some sort of progress. What is the progress? I don't know. I really couldn't tell you. I'm being attacked. Leave me alone. If I swing at them, which it should work later when I actually have all positionings right and everything, because if the visual display looks like it's exactly where the slime is, you're gonna whack it and it's just gonna be gone. So I can figure out the positioning. That would be a huge step, because I already know in the tick function I need to have it face the nearest player when they come near, at the very least. But I do want to get the default rotation so they're looking at least parallel with the ground, not facing down in the ground all the time. Which I could technically use that as part of an animation. Maybe like they could look at the ground and chomp on it or eat some grass or something. But I don't know. To be honest, I'm a little stumped on where I go from here. So I know I can add that tick function for the rotation, but I don't want to do that right now. I am kind of worried though that that's going to be potentially really buggy and cause some issues if it's constantly trying to update them to do that. And I have it on the root function, which I got to figure out how to have an individual one, not a summon on the root. Because like if I were to do... What was it? So basically, I have a function that does this, and I do the summon. Why is it summoning? Yeah, because this is the summon, right? So it does the R's. Can I just do this one? With the double brackets? Does that work as well to summon it? It does. Okay, so I could do either of that. Just have to have an empty fill. Can I do it without these? No, I have to have something. Because that works, but then now these are the root guys. So if I do, for example, function animated Java, and I say play the attack one, it wants to happen on the root. So I have to play it on the root one. But I want to do individual ones. So if I do like a function... Oh, what if I do... execute at nearest entity tag aj dot rabbite dot root. I do that and I say run function and I tell it to do the attack play. What does that do? So it has to be on the root. Just wait, return 0? Why? If it doesn't like that, if I just say that, it's going to do all of them? Oh wait, no, now it's not working? Because this is what I... Oh, as. Execute as. So if I do... Just out of curiosity, what if I just say this? Nothing happens. Okay, what if I say the nearest one? It also doesn't do anything. So what if I turn this to dot root again? Okay, so that worked if I just do the nearest one. Okay, that's helpful. I need to grab that code and save that. It should be obvious when I read these what these are doing. It might be worth putting notes though, just so I'm aware. Okay, so then if I were to go back and summon one then, just out of curiosity, so I summon one, but then I want to do execute as, and I can do this, right? I can then say animation attack play, if I do that. It's not doing it. I do the walk. That also doesn't work. But if I do all entities, does it work? Is it working at all? What? Oh man, I'm really confused. Oh, it's because I don't have it at the root. So if I do dot root, and I do the nearest, I'd do that. And then if I go back and I summon, so for example, if I summon that one, and summon that one, but then I go over here and do this command at the nearest one, it'll only activate the nearest one. Cool, 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 cool. We're going to... Alright, then I want to do this... I thought I had an attack animation. There we go, yeah. Does it not work on a guy that's not moving? Okay, no, there we go. So that works. I know. Okay, we're learning things. We're learning some things. I'm getting some code that'll be useful in the future, but not as of right now. Okay. So now I can do this where I do the remove. And I'm just do the nearest one, nearest one, nearest one. Cool, cool, cool. Okay, that's perfect because that's going to be essential to use when, for example, you kill the slime that it's riding, because then it will immediately kill the nearest one. But I have to be able to detect if the slime is there. So I guess I could have a code that if, basically checking to see if a rabbi is riding a slime, and if it's not true, it then just deletes it. But the problem with that, I'm gonna have to identify this slime specifically that got killed. That's gonna be interesting to try to figure that out. Okay, well, anyways, let's get our rabbite in here. So it's our current state of our rabbite. Okay. So, let's see. The passenger rotation is wrong. Let's try to see what the AI gives me in tips for that, if anything. So, there might be a bug that cannot be directly fixed with commands. Consider trying a different setup if a boat not a boat rotated one. So I can do a. So if I were to do that, let's find out if I can do that. So if I say execute as entity, and we're going to say tag aj.rabbite.root. Okay. We're going to say at that specific location. We're going to say, oh, it wants me to run a teleport command. At s, and it says I can do relative position, and then I'm supposed to be able to do yaw and pitch apparently. What if I were to do a 1? Oh, okay, that could work. Do I do a -1? Do I do like 0.5? Okay, that didn't work. 0.1. Oh, is it going? It's continually, uh-oh, where'd it go? Okay, there we go. Oh, but now it's no longer riding the slime. See, that's a problem. I can't, okay, so that's not a solution. That would, at least if it is, it would be a very poor one, because I don't want to be constantly teleporting things. Okay, well, we're going to do our nearest one, remove this. Okay. Okay, do our function again. Okay. So what I could try doing, let's try doing the rotate feature. So we're going to say nearest entity tag aj.anim or rabbite root just for. Oh yeah, I could do. All right, we already figured out that rotation thing. But if I don't want to do facing, I don't have any other option, do I? Oh, I can have it currently going to the relative position. And that's why it faces down. So if I were to rotate it, let's say 1. Okay. Because then that should always keep it looking up at me, but I don't think I want it to do that much. What if I did 0.9 or 0.9? That's a bit better. Let's try like 0.7. Interesting. So that kind of works, but it's still like. So that kind of works. If I jump, he's going to look up, which I guess is not a problem, because he's technically, his entire body is ahead. Well, what's the other potential I could do? Because this is doing relative position trying to face me, right? That's just like what it's doing. Yeah, it's like wherever I'm at, it's going to try to face to me. Relative to my position. Well, what if I told it to do entity nearest type, and I said slime? It's gonna do that. Okay, but what if I try to do eyes or feet? Okay, so those are different options. Or, okay, so I can't do anything with that like that. So I can do. This is so silly. Okay, well, let's just do that and fix it so it's looking relatively correct. I still don't like that it doesn't write it correctly. Like display entities can't be considered living things, which can cause issues with passengers following their rotation. Oh, okay, that might be a thing to consider. I might have issues with that. Okay. If you're using animated Java, the plugin handles most of the animation and rotation for your custom entities if their rotation is incorrect. Okay, the model rotation and block bench. Ensure that the model and the animation in the block bench are set with the correct rotation and that the export data tag reflects those rotations. Okay, so it could be the initial. Then the animation function, verify that the animation function you're calling is the correct one for the desired rotation. And animated Java usually provides functions to control animation states. Oh, I just realized something. Within here, we can technically, in the animation section, you can run commands. So in here, what if I know there's a way to do commands. How do I go about doing a command? Or you guys can't even see that right now, can you? So I shrink this. Do I have to reassign block bench? No, it should be displaying. Okay. It just was behind that. Okay, so I know that for a fact I can do a command here somewhere. So what if I were to add the command for the rotation into here somehow? So where does it show that though? That's the question. What does this do? Oh, it just adds a new one. I don't think I want... Wait, hold on. What is this? It's a whole new thing? Okay, well, I don't know if I want that. Okay, so for my walking one, there's supposed to be command somewhere. I'm not seeing where that's at, though. Ah, there we go. Command. So if I were to go to this command line, and I tell it to repeat, and I grab this code, what if I were to just grab this code and put that in there? I don't know if that's going to work, but let's try it. I guess let's try saving it. Just out of curiosity. We'll replace it, and we can always fix it if it doesn't work. So we're going to export it. We'll go back in here. Hit reload. If I walk over to this thing, does it look at me at all? No. Does it need to not... Do I need to fix the command then? Where'd it go? Where's my command thing? Do I need to have it not do the rotation, maybe? What's the execute condition? I have no... Repeat frequency? Whether or not to run the command in this keyframe repeatedly. If enabled, the command will run every repeat frequency tick. Okay. So basically it does this. So I guess I'd want it to happen here as well. So can I do that? Oh, time code. Change the time code for the selected keyframe. Oh. What if I say 3 or 2? That doesn't seem to work. Well, I'm told it to do a command, but I don't think it's actually executing the command. Rotate at nearest robot root facing entity nearest plane. What it should do. So every time it starts the animation, it should do that. And then it loops, so it should go back and it should turn all the time, right? How do I add an additional... What is that, a plus again? Oh, I just hit a plus. And then what if I just want it to do every keyframe? I want it to be... I want it to be checking that rotation. And if I hit save... Okay. Okay. Now, I guess we could do is we could open up the data pack, try to see if there's anything in the animations. So let's say function, rabbit, animation, walking. What does the code say? If I do play, for example. So I don't think it shows the command in here though. Do, 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 do. Okay, because that if I can get the command to be integrated into the animation, that could be really nice, and then I don't have to worry about it, but I don't know how that works or where that would show up. Okay, so because it should be, yep, in animations, walking, so it should be within here. So if I say 5 frame, that's also not showing that. Next frame. Okay. Well, if I'm in the play function, what does that do? So execute if that. So only executing if it's a root thing. Okay. So it adds the animation for walking play, and it sets to 0. I guess it would do transform only, and then run function image Java walking frame 0, and then does that. So what does this say? Rotate in global space. Huh. Okay. I have these commands in here, but I don't think they're actually functioning. What is this? Let's see. Add command to animation in to Java. Let's see. So go to the animation tab, select animation tab on the left, select the specific animation you want. That command. Create an instruction keyframe. On the animation timeline, move the cursor to the precise point in seconds of frame where you want the command to be executed. Click the animated effect button. Add the keyframe for the instruction channel. Yep. The command should be a valid Minecraft command just as you would type it in. Okay, so it should be like it's typed in chat. So I do need my backslash. So this should work. So now if I export it, that's supposed to be how it works. Oh, am I using @s though is the question? At nearest? Okay, so I should probably do @s, maybe. Oh. So do I need to do... Sorry, the screen is a mess right now. I need to try not have it be so much of a mess. Okay. So if I want to do the command, so I have this one. I can just do this, the relative rotation. But if I wanted to do @s, because that just does the closest thing. Huh. This hurts my brain. Right, I did save it, so I should be able to try to reload it. So it's supposed to be... Maybe I need to summon a new one? Okay, so you're definitely not doing the rotation function. So how would I do this so that it works? I could do @s, rotate, at this entity, tag this. What if I just put that in there? No entity found. Well, that's the problem is I need to do... Oh, wait, because I did @player. Hold on a minute. What did I put in there? I don't even remember what I put in there now. Wrong button. Ah, yeah, that's currently what I put in there. So if I do like @s, I don't think that'll do anything because it doesn't identify it. But I guess I could try changing that in the command line. So I just say this entity. So if I do that, and then I try it now. Okay, I re-exported it. I'm gonna do a reload. Does it work now? No. But it works if I make this the nearest one. Okay. Well, then I guess I need to do basically... execute, maybe? Execute at entity tag. And then I do a j dot webite dot root run that. Okay, so that worked. And I did all of them. Okay. Does it matter if I do, can I do @s on this now? No, it's not working now. But if I do nearest, it works. Which I guess is okay to have them all do that. So I guess I could try that code. Let's try that code instead. So then it should have, yeah. So now if I do this, do that, and I hit save, and then I export it. Let's try that. Still not working. they should be looking at me. Ah, but this command works in game. If it works in game, why does it not work in the animated Java thingy? I imagine it's probably because it's not actually going into the... Like, it's not properly updating that. Which is weird. But I would think I would see it in the command lines of the data pack if this was running. And I should have command output. So is that a game rule? I think it's a game rule. Should be true, which, yeah, okay. Weird. So weird that that doesn't work. But I guess I could technically just put this in a tick function. And then I will just always tell them to do that. Well, I guess I could try it. Just for the funs of it. I'm going to copy this just to check something here. So if we go into here, and we go... Basically, I'm going to go into my Rabbi mob, just so I have it as a different thing to make a function. Oh, so I can do this thing, and I can grab all of this, paste that in, and we're going to say file, save this as, and we're going to say, I guess we can delete all of that, and we say rabbi underscore look at underscore players, so we know exactly what this is. I hit save, and then if I go into the Minecraft tags function, if I go into the tick function, I should be able to... Ooh, how do I add to the tick function? This. Let's say if I do that, what is it going to tell me? Okay, so I want to add another function to it. Okay, so it's just basically it goes in here. So I can do that, and then I do that, and then I can say rabbit mob, and then I can say rabbit underscore look underscore at underscore player. I think that's how I need to do this. I hope so. I don't really know for sure, but we'll find out. So I hit save now. And I go back in here and I say reload. Hey, it's working. Look at that. And they're always looking at me. Well, that's a successful thing, I guess. I still got to work on their rotation, though. Very interesting. So then if I go into survival now, it'll actually make it look like they're looking at me when they're coming after me, which is actually super helpful. Look at that! Okay, that's another step in the right direction. I still need to figure out how to lower their position. That's gonna drive me crazy. But they're always gonna be looking at the player. No matter where you're at, though? Ooh, okay. Can I set a range on that? Let's see. So if I go to this code and I go Control A, Control C, and then I give it this. Okay. Okay, as a slight error, the target selector for the rotate command, the target selector at N is not a valid selector. Minecraft, it should be at S. Okay. So it's wanting me to make that at S, not the nearest. But the question is, does that work if I do at S? Let's save it and let's try a reload. So now it doesn't work though. Maybe I just need to do that E because that would make sense. Oh, I ruined something. I don't think it likes the E. Well, despite what the AI thing is telling me, the nearest thing works best. Yeah, it actually functions. Okay, but can I... Alright, well, I want to set a range on it, though. Set a range? Let's see what that says. Okay, to make the animated rotation nearest... Okay, I can do it to... Oh, I can do distance. Okay, so that's all I gotta do. I just have to add the distance. So if I go to this, I can then basically just put in... What was it? It's the brackets, and then that. Okay, so if I do brackets... Oh, nope, those I need brackets. Square brackets, and I say distance. And then I say equal... I'm gonna go ... 10. If I save that, and then I do a reload, do they look at me if I go far away? No. Okay, so that at least works. So when I'm not within the 10 blocks, so does that mean when I'm like here, he's gonna be looking at me? Okay, so he's not looking at me yet, but yep, then I get in there and now you can see me and he rotates. Okay, so that's cool. That works. Woo! That's kind of cool. But now I just need to figure out how to get them to get a passenger to always face the direction of the person they're riding. Okay, so I want to make passenger look the direction of the mob they are riding. Let's see. So you can summon, get a rider mob. So create a tick function. So execute as that particular entity. Change its rotation as the rider mob distance limit servers. Wait, what? Okay, so execute as the entity. So inside your rotate passenger file. So it wants me to do... I'm executing it as the entity. Got it. The command will be executed at the passenger's location. The rotated as the entity of the rider mob, which is... Oh. So I could do... Rotate as at... If I say slime, for example, within like a 2-block or 1-block distance, and then I can tell it to so it's so it wants to run a teleport. This is the command that actually forces the rotation. Why does it have to be a teleport? I feel like teleporting a mob constantly feels like a really bad way to do it. Okay, so then you run teleport this command to the actual forces the rotation. And this teleports the passenger to its current location, no position, no change. But what's the point of having it ride the mob if it's going to constantly be teleporting it? And I feel like the teleportation is going to make it inaccurate. So this is not the solution I want. I don't want to use... I want to use teleport. Can you give me other options? I can do data modify, and then I can rotate it. Okay, so if I can get the... I guess if I can get the data of the rotation of the slime and save that, and then set the rotation of my display entity, the rabbi, to the save data of the slime, that might work. Okay. So basically in the tick function, so I'm going to be doing execute as an entity, run the data modify entity, less rotation set from entity, this one. Set from it? You can do that? So alternatively, you can directly use slash rotate, though less precise for pitch. So what's it trying to do? So execute as a passenger. So the passenger basically needs to run a data modify entity as rotation set from entity. Okay, so that might be a way to do that. So what if I were to come down here and just experiment with that? So if I say execute as entity tag, we're going to say animated Java rabbit, and we're going to say root, because that's what I need to do. That's its tag. Wait, what did I do wrong? Oh, I did a period when it's supposed to be or I did a comma when it's supposed to be a period. So I can do that. So I get that. Then I'm going to say at this entity, run data modify entity at s, and I say rotation set from entity, and I say type line, and then I can do, I think, the distance. And I'm going to go basically 1, 2, and do one block, I guess. And I can do a limit of 1. And it wants me to sort nearest, but I think I want to ignore that. Rotation. What does that do? Okay, so then if I do this, actually no, I can stay into create it. So if I go like this, like way up here. That works! Oh my goodness! So if I were to take this now and copy it, and I go into my this thing, I go enter my tick function basically. And then we're going to go to the end of this code. Okay, and get rid of that. And I guess we can probably rename the function. Be something better, but let's try that. Now that I say reload. Oh my goodness! They look the same direction as the slime. That's freaking amazing. Ah! I want to clip that now. I like clipping all these little moments where like I figure out the thing. Though I don't think you're going to be able to see it because I'm silly and have the thing open. Yeah, okay. Well, that's silly of me. So let's fix that. Yeah, we don't want that clipped. We're going to shrink this, and we're going to shrink this. So now, I should be able to show this, and you guys can actually see what's happening. So I've put in the correct command. So now what it basically does is it's going to grab the rotational data of the slime, and it's applying it to my rabbit, which is riding the slime, which is just so freaking cool. I'm getting so much closer. Yay! Do 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 do. Okay, so I gotta find the spot where I clear this thing. Okay, there we go. So if I make this a clip, I need to unmute it. Okay, I think this will be good. Let's continue. It's working. Rabbi. rotation, I guess is a good little flip line for it. Sure, we'll do that. Okay. Sure, we have a thing. It's done. And then when I get closer, it so I'm in survival. Now they're always going to be looking at me because it's close enough. If I move far enough away, he rotates to the way the slime is going, which is a little jittery when I'm far away. So like, for example, like if he's not looking at me at all and I walk up, he's gonna like snap into direction. If they can see me. Oh, can they not see me through the... Oh, they can't see me through the thing. That's funny. Boop. Oh, look, they turned. Wait, I just realized. If they're rotating the way that the slime are, I don't actually need this other code either. I literally don't need this. I can literally just do that. Alright, so now they just do whatever they want. And they follow the slime rotation, which slimes do a bit weird things, I guess, sometimes. Now I just gotta figure out how to lower them a little bit. Because if I can figure out how to get them lowered so they're actually on the ground, that would be fantastic, but... Ugh. Okay, so what if I... Let's go back to fiddling with our summon command. So what we were doing before, we were doing a function. And we had to do like the whole execute. Okay. It's easier if I can just find it. Oh no, it wasn't too much. It was just the arguments. So... Okay, so this is the thing we can do that. So that puts that there. But the problem is now it's like that's a good position for that. But when it's riding the slime, it's too high. So let's try something real quick. I want to just go summon chicken, and we're gonna go no AI. Okay, so we got a chicken with no AI. Then we're going to do the same thing again. And then we're going to now go TP entity type. We say chicken. And we can limit 1. And then we can go... Oh wait, that's teleported me to it. I need to... Wait, what? Okay. Okay, there we go. So I separated the two chickens. That one's flapping its wings and that one's not. That's fine. Okay, so what if I were to... now to mess around with this other command. So if I say I want to use the ride command, entity type chicken, and we want to limit to 1, and we're going to say mount, and we want to say entity type chicken. So if I do that, oh, does that not work? If I do that. Alright, cannot... Oh, okay, what if I get in between? Okay, well, that's not gonna work. Let's not do a chicken then. Oh, let's see, we'll go back and then we're gonna summon... Instead of a chicken, I guess... Or can I do the different variants? How do I get the different variants? Nah, that's fine. Let's do a... We'll do an armadillo just because that'll be funny. Okay, so now if I do this, and I do this one, and I say Armadillo. Okay, so that's put the chicken on top. If I were to try to mess with this anymore, is there any way I can do that? Can I do something here? With... There's rotation. Okay, there's y equals... What if I say y equals 1? You guys are already writing it. Okay, well, what if I do... Dismount. Okay, so stop doing that. So now if I do this, what happens if I do this? Okay, so that didn't change anything by trying to modify the y. Okay. Is there anything else I can do? Because yeah, that'd be the y position. So what if I do -1? Can't do a -1. Wait, the same thing about the vehicle? Oh, because I was doing a limit of -1. Oh, okay, what about the... I think I need to modify this. And I say the y equals 1. Okay, what if I say that, and then I do this? That didn't work. If I do a -1. Still doesn't do anything. It doesn't allow you to change where they're at. That's kind of unfortunate. Can I displace my display entity? Perhaps I can go into Blockbench and just modify its overall location. So what if I were to just grab the bone, for example, and if I were to lower that, that's crunching it. I want to move it. Can I just move it? So position. What if I were to go like this and put it at -2? And then I just export it that way. And then I come back into the game and I hit reload. The rig instance is outdated. The function correctly should be removed and resummoned. Okay. Let's do this. Okay. So quicker to teleport to the rig instance. Okay. This is there's 3 of them. What I should be able to do though is go and do my It's fine, I got some music playing that I've been doing in my recent videos. Okay, so if I go this. Okay, now if I go like this now and say function. Oh, I don't want that. And then we're to go effect, give, entity types, slime, glowing. Does that actually change anything? I honestly can't tell. So let's go back in here and we're going to attempt lowering it even more. Let's put it like, so it's almost in the ground just to see. Oh, you can't really see it because I'm not very good at the screen switching thing. So now if I hit reload. Oh, did I not save it? Not that one. Oh, I didn't re-export it. Okay, let's try that. And if I hit reload, it's going to say that's inaccurate. Then I should be able to do that to remove it. Then I should be able to run my summon rabbite. What does that do? Let's do like re-glow the slime. Is that any different? Alright, I can't tell if that's any different. I don't think it is. Or if it is, it's a very minimal difference. So I guess I could try doing like an extreme. Let's try like 30. And see if that does anything. It just got fat. That's hilarious. Okay, okay, so now if I resummon my thing... That's funny that it's fatter, though. Why is it fatter? And then if I make it glow, I don't think it's changed anything. Okay, so that tactic does not seem to be the correct way to do it. It definitely... It's done something, but I don't think it's gonna work. But we'll try like an even bigger extreme to see if that does anything. Like we'll try like a 55. And then try how that goes. So now if I do a reload, that's funny how it's like changing their size every time. Then if I say summon it, okay, so that worked. It's just large for some reason. I don't understand that. Then if I do the glowing effect now, okay, so that's working. But the problem is the overall size. So what if I were to try to mess with the size? That's not going to work, is it? Oh, what if I want to change the entire size of the entire thing? So I could like click the body and I could try shrinking the body, but it's going to do weird stuff when I mess with it like that. Interesting. Is there not a scale option, I wonder? Rotate, vortex, mirror model, resize. Huh. Well, I did something, but it's definitely not the result that I'm looking for. It gave me the correct positioning. It just makes him way too big. And it also, like, his ears are off. Why is his ears off? Or did I mess up the animation? Oh, I don't want the walking animation. Oh, that's like not even the same walking animation either. Oh, I also need to fix this. I need to get rid of these. These are no longer necessary. Save that. Let's re-export it. And if I do reload... Okay. That's weird how the ears are out of position. That's probably because the size scale did it weird. Okay, so I know that technically is an option, but it is the incorrect option. Because that makes them... Okay, I guess I could create the entire thing, but then I've got to deal with changing the size and everything. That's where it defaulted. So if I save that, re-export it, go back into here, reload it, he's going to be wrong, but he's super tiny now again, like he's supposed to be. That's interesting that it does that. Oop. Okay, we also need to kill off the army of slimes. Type slime, bop. Okay. Okay, that's out of my way. Okay. So I'm so close. I can feel it now. I'm almost there. Almost there. Huh. How does one do that? Because like what it wants me to do is modify it. Modify the rotation? Wait, isn't that... It's not what I'm wanting though, is it? No. Okay, so this is what it wants me to do. So create a data pack, okay. What was this for? This was for the rotation, right? Okay, let's see. Lower the position of the passenger. Summon your main mob, give it a tag, and use an armor stand. I don't want to use an armor stand. It just feels like such a bad way to do it in teleporting. No. With a display entity, I should be able to... Yeah, I should be able to set the transform. Oh, there's a transform piece there. Oh. So if I were to say... What if I say data... Okay. Data... Modify entity of type... I guess I can go tag. And I can say aj.wrappbyte.root. So I can grab... Oh, okay. I should do the nearest for now. Okay, so I can grab the nearest thing. And then what I want to modify is the transform? I don't think that's a thing I can just do. I can try it. Transformation. And then we do this and then these. That's still a valid thing. Okay, so that's good. So what if I were to do translation? And then that's supposed to be in the box. So that works. I say 0F. And I do 1F. And then I do 0F. And I just need to do my commas in between. Okay. What if I just hit that? Okay, well, I didn't do anything. So... Oh. So what if I were to do... Okay, so maybe I was going in the right direction with this, though? Because I was saying something about lowering stuff. But, okay, so adjust the... Okay, open your model in block bands and adjust the bone or group that the passenger is attached to. You would lower the position of the specific bone or group relative to its parent bone or the rig's root. Which is what I did, but then that completely messed with everything. Let's see. So I think I want to keep continuing to try to mess with this somehow. But what I should probably do... Okay. So we're going to go back, take a bit of a step back here. We're going to go type slime. And we can do this. We're not going to change anything of that. Then what it was saying, we could then basically do this and then the passenger. Oh, is it these? So that's not working. Because it's supposed to be inside a big chunk of code. Wait, so... Wait, this was kind of working, but it wasn't... Oh shit, I probably need to do like a -2 or something. Let's, let's just... Let's just test this. It might work. I know you're just looking at my nose as I'm looking at the keyboard. I need to work on camera positioning, but I have it set up so it just keeps that specific frame. Because I just need to step back. Anyways, aj.rabbi.root. So that doesn't affect anything. So I guess if we go back to what I was doing, because I should be able to. Okay, let's start over. We're gonna go for the entity. We're gonna say this, and we're gonna say type slime. So then what we're gonna look for. Oh, it's fine. Nearest slime. So now what we want to do is we're going to target path. We're going to say passenger. I can do that, right? Set. Ooh, maybe from entity. Did that do anything? I don't think so. Give okay, so right now he bounces on his head. Got it. Ba, 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 ba. What if in the animation what if I put it lower in the animation? Just as an experiment, let's find out. Oh. Let's experiment, shall we? What if I lower it? Let's just drop it 15 blocks. Let's save it. Let's re-export it. That's all I had to do? Oh my gosh. Okay, well 15's obviously too low. That's the silly moment. So silly. So like, let's do that. I'm going a little past my time, but I wanted to do this last little bit because so silly. I'm saving clips of myself. Shilly. Yada 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 da 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 da. Well, obviously we don't want 15. Maybe we want to go up like, let's try like 8. Okay, so if I do this and I save this, I save that and I re-export it. We go back in here. We just hit the reload. Oh my freaking gosh. It's working. It's correct. I think I could probably push it down just a hair more. I can't really see. I need you to... Okay, I guess if I got up, I can go up here. And I can do my function. Okay, let's see what that does. That kind of gives me an idea if I need to adjust it any. Oh, I can't see it anymore. Oh, good, you got back up there. Okay, so he is floating slightly. So probably want to have him go down 1. Save that. Export. This is a silly way to do that workaround, but... Okay, Do they look like they're actually on the rocks now and stuff? That's a good way to do this. I could also do this and come up here, and then I want to come up on the rocks. Come here. Get up on the rock. There you go. Oh my gosh. This is amazing. Okay, so they're still slightly too high. So I do want to lower him just a hair more, probably. Does that look like they're going into the ground at all? Okay, I think that's perfect. Yay! Oh my freaking gosh, that's so amazing. Okay. Now I need to give it a hitbox, but that is not going to be for this stream. I've accomplished something fantastic, I feel like. I don't... Even if it has the green slime particles, I'm just like... It functions. It does what I want. So good! Alrighty, well... I'm going to go ahead and just do this one button thing, because that's going to be it for today. But we are going to check if there's anybody to raid. So I need to do my... not that one. That is the wrong one. That is the one I want. Okay. Let's see if there's anybody to raid. There's a skunk monkey. Let's go raid the skunk monkey. Raiding time. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da da da. Bye.